When you grow up in a racing family, as I did, you learn very quickly that classics are rare and precious. My dad, the legendary trainer, Tommy Smith. I grew up hearing stories of the great champions and the quest to win the races that defined you as a trainer, including the Caulfield Cup. I was only 3 when Dad's best horse, Tulloch, romped home in the 1957 Caulfield Cup in front of a crowd of 73,000 people. Dad won 4 Caulfield Cups in his career. Red Cranes.
Big Red Racer's clear, and look at that crazy horse going straight as a gun barrel for the line.
Tulloch, Taxan, Mighty Kingdom.
And Mighty Kingdom's going to win the Caulfield Cup.
The race now tracks horses from all over the world.
And they're racing.
Dad would have relished the challenge of trying to beat raiders like Dunedin.
Dunedin, the Melbourne Cup winner, comes back to win the Caulfield Cup.
And Mayoraki.
And Mayoraki.
And Mare de Glace.
Mare de Glace, it's the Japanese again.
And I think he would have loved watching my tough Kiwi-bred stallion plough through the mud in 2010.
Desperado hanging on. Desperado won the Caulfield Cup.
I'd love to tell Dad about the Everest. You should see this incredible new race, which celebrates the very essence of Australian racing, speed.
Yes, yes, yes! Wins the Everest!
It's rich in prize money and intriguing in its concept. Dad, it's a bit big and brash and wears its badge of honour. It's fast, intoxicating, grabbing the imagination of all generations. You should see the old lady, Royal Randwick, rocking with this atmosphere. Dad, you'd love it. And like the slipper, you'd want to dominate it. What a day of contrast. A magnificent time-honoured staying classic in Melbourne. And the new bold, brash, exciting weight for age sprint in Sydney. The Everest and the Caulfield Cup. Same day, 2 cities. Idolising different races. Combine, creating a day of racing to truly cherish.
Jay Waterhouse has summed it up so well. It's one of the highest quality and fullest weekends of sport we've ever seen in this country, and today provides us with one of the most magnificent days of racing at Caulfield and Royal Randwick. The 144th running of the Caulfield Cup, the famous handicap race, and at Royal Randwick, $15 million on offer. Just the 4th running of the Everest. It's so well set up. The weather has been kind to us here. We were hoping that it wouldn't be quite as wet, and it hasn't been as wet as some thought it would be. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully we can find your winner throughout the afternoon. And Henry Dwyer joins me, a 2-time Group 1 winning trainer. Hen, great to have your company. It's set at Caulfield for a fabulous day, and at Randwick in Sydney.
Yeah, thanks, Hamish. Terrific to be here. It's a terrific day of racing, as we said. We run out of superlatives for these sort of horses, don't we? But we've got perfect racing conditions. We've had rain overnight. Track's not wet, but there's enough given it that every horse will get their chance.
The horses, as you can see, in the yard behind us for the first at Caulfield, not too far away. But Hen, take us through the menu.
Yeah, terrific day of racing. So the Caulfield Cup here, obviously the highlight, but it's not a Group 1 yet, but it's probably only a matter of time, the Everest, isn't it? And the Everest of the bush down the bottom, the Kosciuszko, and of course the staying 3-year-olds in the Norman Robertson and the Ethereal here.
As I said, it's an enormous weekend of sport. Last night, Port Adelaide and Richmond, the prelim final. Bruce was calling that. He's on a plane. He's heading to Brisbane now. He'll join us soon enough. He's going to be talking through the Everest, which is first of the 2 big ones, and then Michelle Payne, who was outstanding last week with us, picking horses out of the yard, who continued just to show the form on track, which he thought they would, as we get to Jason Richardson, who is one of the great enthusiasts. And Richo, the big question is there any more rain on the way?
Welcome to Caulfield Cup Day, and the great news is there's no more rain. We're expecting up to 25 mils of rain. I've got a mate called Noah. He built an ark ready for heaps of water today. Not required. 13 mils overnight, hardly anything this morning. Have a look at my shoes. Sure, it's a smidgen damp, but it's nothing major. The good news is you put your hand into this track, it is nice and firm. Soft 6 at the moment. It'll be upgraded. We were concerned about the Epsom Derby winner, Anthony Van Dyke, whether it was going to be too wet for him. That's not a concern at all. Hey, the rail was in the 10-metre position on Wednesday. It's back to the true position now. So all this new and fresh ground on a day where There'll be no more showers. We are ready to go. It is Caulfield Cup Day. Every runner gets its chance today.
Which is terrific, Richo. Thank you. Noah, your mate, has certainly wasted his time. As we go to Randwick now, Katie Mallion, welcome to you. You've had a wonderful time on Caulfield Cup Day, as did your grandfather, who won 3. And Jared Middleton, you're in charge at Randwick. What a day, the Kosciuszko and the Tab Everest.
Oh, what a privilege it is to be here. Hello, Hamish, and hello, Caitlin Mallion. What about the bling we have here on track? Upwards of 8,000 diamonds, a trophy that weighs around 14 kilograms. And this race, the Tab Everest, was worth $10 million in its first edition in 2017, up to $15 million today. And, well, it's quickly become the best sprint race in the world.
It certainly has, and what a mouth-watering contest we've got today. We've got form lines from everywhere around the states, and look, I'm looking forward to seeing the big grey Classique Legend. But I tell you what, Jared, I'd like to take this trophy home if Nature Strip could do it for James McDonald, who's got a great book of rides, including Star of the Seas. His horse in the other race was scratched, unfortunately, the Kosciuszko. Tommy Berry's got a good book of rides as well. He's got Tofane in the Everest. I think Karen McAvoy, he's probably got the best book with Classique Legend and Paths of Glory. We'll be joined by Richard Freedman a little bit later.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Jason Collett on It's Me and the Cosy, and also Geitra. Could be a big day for him as well. Let's now check in around the tracks with our callers, starting with Matt Hill at Caulfield.
Come of the hour! Come of the legend!
Two interesting talking points. I think the Turnbull form is interesting. You have to be a really good horse, such as Rising Fast, Northerly, Elstrom, to do the double. Very elegant. Well, the rain has come. That's exactly what she's looking for at 2,400 metres. I think she'll go close, and the Turnbull form should stand up okay with Toffee Tongue, who's coming into the race 4th up as well, who ran 2nd in the Turnbull. Then you have this extraordinary form line of an English Derby winner starting from barrier number 17 in Anthony Van Dyke. Probably pushes forward and will try and lead all of the way in the Caulfield Cup. But my fancy is with Buckhurst. 10 starts, 4 wins, drops 8 kilos from its last run, a win over Sir Dragonet in Europe. I reckon it might be Lloyd Williams again, doing a Faulkner and taking out the Caulfield Cup this year with Buckhurst. Well, what a great day it is. A traditional race here at Caulfield, the 144th running, and that magnificent Everest to be called by Darren Flindell.
Yes! There's history! Chautauqua makes it 3 in a row!
Well, it's our flagship day in Sydney, the running of the Tab Everest over the 1,200 metres. And there's been a lot of debate around the streets, the pubs, the restaurants here in Sydney as to who would win this race. It's been going on for weeks. I've got it down to the 2 chances, Classique Legend and Geitra. The way Classique Legend won first up, race held up, and then that final sprint for the 210 metres, I don't think any other horse in this race has a dynamic finish like him. And from the draw that he's come up with today, Classique Legend really should get the run of the race and be safe for that one final sprint. Geitra, the South Australian, first up win in the Concord, brilliant. His work since has been great, and I think he's learned how to get around the corner a little bit better as well.